A fact is what is true of an object. It is true of my left hand that it's not my right hand. It's true of my left hand that it's currently located in Durham. But the fact that my left hand is currently in Durham is not identical to my left hand. That is completely nonsensical. Okay, the fact that my left hand is currently in Durham is not my left hand. It's the fact that my left hand is currently in Durham. And against this background, Ludwig Wittgenstein, who got a couple of things quite right, said, you know, the world is not the totality of objects, but, okay, now we're moving to the next conception of the world, the totality of facts. That is slightly better than the definition of the world as, you know, furniture house. Why? Because Wittgenstein adds that it is, you know, unimaginable that the world could have a furniture without, where some elements in the furniture are such that nothing is true about them. Here's a kind of an argument for this. Imagine that reality as a whole consisted of objects, such that some of those objects are objects we know something about. And some other bits of the world are such that we can't know anything about that part of the world. Why? Because it's populated by objects about which nothing is true. Okay? Well, how would this region look? The region of the world which consists of objects about which nothing can be known because there's nothing true about them. Well, it would be true about them that nothing's true about them. So these regions of the world are incoherent. There is no such region of the world. This is why in my neck of the woods many people are idealists, the so-called German idealists. What they say is basically, look, there's no region of the world which is in principle unintelligible or inaccessible to human inquisitiveness. There's nothing beyond, in principle, beyond the ken of human inquisitiveness. Why? Because things have to be a certain way. It might be the case that we can figure certain things out, but that's not because those things aren't embedded in fact, but it's because we just will never know. Maybe we can't know anything about what happens beyond the event horizon. That is stuff that happened, you know, more than 14 billion years ago. Maybe there are reasons why we can never figure out what's going on there or what's going on in a black hole or whatever your example is. But that doesn't mean that there's nothing going on in there. It just means that we can't know what's going on in there. That view is called idealism. Okay, there's nothing that we can't know in principle. This is at least what on the continent we mean by idealism. On the island, idealism means that there's no reality out there, but only beliefs about reality. That's a profound distinction. So to translate the German word idealism into English, the right translation would be realism. The German idealists are really German realists, but that's another story. I leave this open for another talk.